And news coming in from Karnataka ahead of Prime Minister Modi's visit to the state. Hindi banners welcoming Prime Minister Modi in Bengaluru were seen smeared with black paints by Pro-Kannada activists in the city. Now, the banners were put out by the supporters of BJP and MLAs on the Mysore road. Remember, this comes even as the Prime Minister has put an end to the language row, stating that language diversity is India's strength. So, posters welcoming Prime Minister Modi were smeared with black paints by Pro-Kannada activists in the city. Now, remember, Prime Minister will be visiting Karnataka today, and ahead of Prime Minister's visit, welcome PM posters were seen smeared in ink by the Pro-Kannada activists. In fact, those are the visuals, in fact, in which you can see the posters welcoming the Prime Minister have been smeared with black paint. This is the latest coming in. This, remember, comes even as the Prime Minister has put an end to the language row, saying that language diversity is India's strength. A quick roundup of news in brief. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar on Sunday met with his Bangladeshi counterpart, Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen, for the 7th India-Bangladesh Joint Consultative Commission meet. Both leaders mutually marked strengthened bilateral ties and signaled a better relationship in all possible aspects in the near future.
Today, Bangladesh is our largest development partner. It is our largest trade partner in the region. It is our largest visa operations overseas. And that really underlines every aspect of our cooperation. And we, in turn, are your largest export destination in Asia. And I'm glad to see that your exports have doubled to $2 billion this year.
As a massive accident was averted after a Delhi-bound SPICEJET flight made an emergency landing at Patna airport after catching fire mid-air, the chief of flight operations of the airline lauded the pilots for handling the situation well, further stating that the Directorate General of Civil Aviation will probe the matter.
As per standard operating procedure, they followed the checklist, the QRH. They first announced a pan-pan call, which means there is something abnormal, but not requiring immediate assistance. Then they did the checklist, which takes a few minutes. The checklist calls for shutting down the suspected engine. They shut down that suspected engine, and then they landed, as per procedure, on a single engine.
Just a few hours after the first mid-air SpiceJet fire accident, another SpiceJet flight was forced to turn around. Preliminary reports suggest that the cause of the cabin pressure differential not building up, along with the rise in cabin altitude, was the reason. The aircraft was leveled off at 6,000 feet. Prime Minister Modi will visit Karnataka today and also visit the Indian Institute of Science in Bengaluru, where the Prime Minister will inaugurate Centre for Brain Research and lay the foundation stone of a multi-speciality hospital. He will inaugurate the new campus of Pace University and unveil the statue of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Ahead of Prime Minister Modi's visit to Bengaluru, Hindi banners welcoming Prime Minister Modi were smeared with black paint, allegedly by pro-Kannada activists in the city.